What's up, guys? This is take 2 for me. My wife decided to call me while I was trying to record. It's okay, though, because she was calling about coffee and buying me coffee, so we'll allow it. What are we doing today? First of all, thank you for coming. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, I am James, and I like to talk about web development. Today, we are going to just fix a bug that I found on my website. I haven't touched this website in a very long time, so I have no memory of doing this. I don't know why I did this. I don't know why this bug exists, because it's kind of a dumb thing that shouldn't exist. I know better, basically, is what I'm saying. I know how to do this, and for some reason, I guess I didn't. And so we're going to fix that today. And you're going to get to see a little bit of, if you're real new to web development, you're going to see a little bit of some GitHub, Git, VS Code stuff, right? So it could be a fun time for some people. But it's basically a CSS fix that we need to do. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. First, right off the bat, hopefully you can notice there's an issue here where this image isn't going all the way across. So you got that gray space behind it. The other two look okay just because the images must be big enough, but then it gets real bad as you shrink down. Look at that. So now they're not the proper height. And then it does that. And then on mobile, this is when I noticed it. I looked at it on mobile and I saw that and I thought, what in the world is going on? Yeah, so I don't know. It's an easy fix too, so we're going to fix it. So the first thing I need to do is this whole theme is a custom theme. So I need to pull it down to my computer from GitHub. So if you want to see my little GitHub here, I'll just search for Apex, and that is the one. Grab this. And what am I going to do? Do I want to, you know what? I want to show y'all some Lando stuff too, okay? If you're wondering like, oh, how do you develop a website locally? Well, there's a lot of different ways. And for some stupid reason, I've been using one called Lando. It's okay. I'm using it because I used to work at a company called Liquid Web, and I was using Local by Flywheel. And, but I was just having issues sometimes with certain little things and talking to people smarter than myself, which was everybody there. They found out that there's just issues sometimes with Local, when you're actually trying to do real, like, development work. It's fine if you're just like spinning up a site and you're going to build a website, but if you're trying to do anything beyond that, sometimes Local has issues. So, somebody there put me onto this Lando thing. So that's what we're going to do. I haven't worked on this website on this computer before, so I need to basically start from scratch. I'm just going to call it Apex. So I'm going to make a folder called Apex, and I'm going to enter that folder. And I'm going to say Lando init. And this is going to create a Lando project. It's asking me where should I get my app's code base. I'm going to get it from WordPress. So I'm going to say wordpress.org/latest.tar.gz. That's always the URL you can use to pull down the latest version of WordPress, unless you piss off Matt Mullenweg. Then there might be like a week or two where you can't do this, but as far as I know, I should still be able to pull this down. So then we'll choose WordPress as our recipe, and the web root, which this is annoying. You'll say this, but it'll still create a folder in this folder called WordPress, which is dumb. That's just how it is, I guess. WordPress has always been that way. There's a folder called WordPress. So what this is doing is downloading the WordPress zip, just like you would if you were going to go like host WordPress yourself on some server somewhere. You would download WordPress. So now there's a folder in here called WordPress. So I move everything in that folder to my root. So now I have all my WordPress stuff. So I'll go ahead and start Lando. And this uses Docker, by the way. You can't see it. It doesn't like open Docker, but there you can see it's detected that I'm using, I'm at Docker's network limit. I see this sometimes and it always fixes itself. But it uses Docker, so that's where it's getting, the whole PHP MySQL environment from, so I don't have to do that. I don't have to set up a database or anything like that. All I have to do is what you just saw, and then I do this, which basically just updates your config to match. It creates a database for you, and then you update your config to match it. So now this right here should work. Pray for me, because it doesn't always. Okay, it's working. And that's weird that it's working, because normally I would have to go through the setup process. I think it's because, so when I said I haven't developed on this computer, what I meant was I deleted everything off this computer. But what I've noticed is that when I create websites that I've done before, sometimes it's still like, I think it's finding an old database or something. I don't know what's going on, because I didn't have to do the setup thing for that at all. Oh well. So what I'm going to do now is I will clone. I got to recopy my GitHub URL. That's right. That's right. Where's my GitHub? Here it is. All right. Try this again. Control P. Nope. Control Shift P. Paste that in, and it wants to know where to put it. We're going to put it in Apex Content Themes. Boom. Open. All right. So refresh this. We should have our theme. Activate the theme. It's not going to look right because we don't have any images or anything like that. So what I'm going to do, we just need pages basically. So I'm going to steal them from the actual live site, which I already have open in one of my million gazillion tabs. All right. So I'm just going to export tools, export. I could do the whole thing, but meh. We'll do pages. It's so annoying that I can't do multiple things at once. I would like to do pages and media, but I can't. Can I even do media? Media hub. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, media. I thought we could do media. I think this only works because it's not actually downloading images. It just downloaded an XML file. So this has to be live so you can pull from it. I don't think this method works if you're doing like from a local site to a local site. Oh boy, I have way too many tabs. All right, tools, import. Let's import our pages. And should be our images. Hopefully this is all we need to make this one little tweak that we need to make. Technically, since I know what the tweak is, I don't even really need to do all this. Honestly, I could have just gone into VS Code and made the tweak. But I like to see, visually, I like to see what I'm doing. So we'll kind of get in the right direction here. So we got page templates. The way this particular website was built is basically just a page template for every page. So we got home.php. That is our home page. And we're going to make a little, is this still thinking? Let's look at the main page while that's thinking. Because what we need to do, you probably already know what we need to do. We need to update this image. It's inside a picture. I'll probably change this to a figure. It's inside a picture element. And I think I was just in a hurry or something. I don't know what, but the picture has object fit cover, which I need to put that on the actual image, right? If we go here and we get rid of this, and we say height 100%, width 100%, object fit cover, all our problems go away. Look at that. The images take on the full space, no matter what. So I think I was just in a hurry or something and didn't bother checking, or it looked good on desktop, so I don't know. This is why I'm the world's worst web developer. This shouldn't have happened, but it happened. And so the class that we're looking for, it's just an image, and it's inside client background image. So we're looking for client background image. So let's go search for that. Yeah, I don't even have a selector for that image yet, so easy fix. Look at that. That's crazy. VS Code has been doing this lately. I don't know. I think I hit tab to select all that. That is exactly what I wanted to do. And I don't know how it knew that, but it knew it. A little creepy. VS Code, a little creepy. Okay, this is done. Let's make sure the right page is the home page, because WordPress still thinks it's a blogging platform for some stupid reason. And okay. Oh, and then appearance, menus, goodness gracious. Create a menu. Create a new menu. Thank you. Okay. Doesn't look like the images are working for some reason. The images are there. What else would I have to export to make these show up? You know what? Who cares? Who cares? Let's not even test this locally. Let's just live life on the wild side. They're going to do a little git add. So that just says, hey, all the changes I made, it's called staging it. We're ready to possibly send it somewhere. And we'll do git commit. That's where you get to leave a little message about what you did. Fix image issue on home page. And we'll say git push. And that's just going to push it straight to master. Boom. I didn't even create a separate branch for this. I don't care. That's how confident I am that this is all we need to do. Okay. Let's go see if I completely broke my website entirely. I think I'm using a plugin that lets me pull. Yes. So I can pull this change from GitHub by going here. I created this plugin for myself to make this easier. So this is the repo that we were working in. I'll click pull. So we just pulled those changes that we just made. So now hopefully I didn't even have to mess with setting up a local website. You guys just got to see that. Let's refresh. Ooh, it's not working. It's not working, guys. You know what that means? You know what that means? Let's see. Is there? Oh yeah. I'm an idiot. World's worst web developer. We are using Sass, ladies and gentlemen. Git add, boom, git commit -m, maybe fix image issue on page. I'm not as confident anymore. No, you know what? I probably need to. It's been a while. It's been a while. Da, 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 da. Scripts build SAS. npm run build SAS. Da, 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 SAS not found. I'm sorry. npm run watch SAS. Oh, I'm an idiot. How about I actually install my node modules? It's been so long since I've done any of this stuff, man. I've been building an Etch for the past several months. If you don't know what Etch is, it's a I call it Dreamweaver for WordPress. But it doesn't require doing any of this stuff. This is an old site. I don't build sites this way anymore. I forgot that since it's a new site that I need to actually do that part. So now we can do npm run build SAS, import components, root style sheet. Let's see. So we can check if this worked. We come here and we search for, what were we searching for? Client background image. We added this to the SCSS. Yeah, I don't care if things are deprecated, bruh. It doesn't look like it took this and added it to my, oh, that's not the right file. It would add it to this file, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Added it to this file. So now I think we should be good to build for SAS. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should be good to go. Settings, GitHub clone, repos, pull. Hey, look at that. So that issue's gone, and let's see if we shrink down. Yeah. All right. Look at that. Easy peasy. Don't know why it wasn't like that before. I was going to change those pictures. I actually don't know. Do a little research with me, folks. Let's go on a journey. Because I've always seen Kevin use figures. I've seen other people use figures. Okay. Okay. Doesn't handle image sources or responsiveness. Okay, so I'm guessing this is sort of like if there's a WebP, use that. If there's a AFIP, use that. Otherwise, use the JPEG. Am I even doing that? Source type, image, WebP. Oh, maybe it's, I bet it's my caching image optimization plugin doing that, because I set it to display images in WebP format. So, but the image uploaded is a JPEG. So that, I bet that's where this is coming from. Because I wouldn't normally do that. I would have used a figure. Okay. I bet that's what's going on. So I'm going to leave that. I mentioned I might change that to a figure, but I am going to leave that the way it is, especially since it's working. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But okay, that's it for this video, guys. I think not a mind bender. This is pretty standard stuff, right? Almost always when I add an image, the image is actually going to be in a container of some sort, usually a figure, and you'll use the figure to determine the dimensions. And then the image itself will almost always just have width 100%, height 100%, object fit cover. That keeps it from warping itself. If we change it to object fit, let's get the right one. What? Picture, image, object fit, bro. Okay. Let's get dot client background image. If we say object fit contain, what it does is it basically, you can see how they're still not stretching and warping, but the way it's achieving that is by shrinking it down. It's only getting as big as it can without cutting it off. So that's why they're all just like in the middle. So you get the full width and height of the image, but you have all that white space on the sides because it can't get any bigger, because if it does, you have to start cutting it off. Whereas object fit cover says, no, you can go ahead and cut stuff off. We just want to make sure we fill the entire space. So it grows the image until all of the space is filled, and then it stops. Either way, you don't get a stretched image, but obviously probably 99% of the time, object fit cover is going to be what you want. I don't even know what the other. And then if you don't do any object fit, that's when it starts stretching the images. So that doesn't look good. It'll fill the space, but it will stretch the image to do it. So it's not cutting anything off. You're getting all of the image in there, but in order to make that happen, it's stretching it because the container is not the same dimensions as the image. So object fit cover is 99% of the time what you're going to be using with an image. And that's how you get it to just always fill the space and not stretch itself so it looks all stupid. It does result in cutting off some of the image. So depending on what your use case is, you might just have to get real specific and just use, I don't know, actual pixel dimensions or something. If you absolutely need the image to show the entire image. You can see on this one, it's very obvious that things are getting cut off because that header is white, and then it even has like a banner that's purple above it, so you can see that. In order to get it all in, it has to cut some of the top and bottom off to fill the space without stretching the image. So it just kind of depends on what you're trying to do. It usually this is what you want to do, but sometimes there's special cases where you're going to do something else. So yeah, all right, that's it. So a little tiny crash course on setting up a site in Lando, a little bit of GitHub action there. Saw some creepy VS Code telling the future and somehow reading my mind and knowing exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, good video overall. Thanks for watching this one, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you liked it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.